The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
New York.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
2nd down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Smith, his first carry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
He was taken.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. C.J. Mosley. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Now first down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back.
Throwing now is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Sam Cook.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. And this will be a Giants 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now here's a throw that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
To Tyler Lockett. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the 2nd quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook and start playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions.
At the 9-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jones gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Throwing, Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss result.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Jones now going to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Wentz to throw. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards, a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st down, New York.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Play action. Now Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defensive coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Conversion.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off play action, Jones. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Off the play fake, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 50.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Eagles. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 38. 11 yards there, first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Barkley. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
On for the point after.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw out and beating them until a punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, New York.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Wentz now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Wentz's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
3-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Smith catches left side.
Complete to KB.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
For Evan Ingram.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
16 yards.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. Have the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that